It's very rare for a game to come along and make your heart dance. That's right, dance up in this bitch. I'm back, Chris, with Platinum Reviews, and I have the newest Should You Buy. This time we're going to be doing a Should You Buy for Neo, The World Ends With You. Before I begin, don't forget to hit the sub button, like the video if you like it. If you have any critiques, let me know in the comments below. I'm always open to open criticism. Helps build me to be a better YouTuber and make me put out better content. So yeah, if you have any critiques, let me know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let's jump right into it. All right, so Neo: The World Ends With You is a direct sequel set I think 3 years after the events of The World Ends With You. If you have not played The World Ends With You, you can definitely play this game. I don't feel like anything directly, as far as where I'm at, I don't feel like anything's like, oh man, I had to have played the first game. I would definitely suggest playing the first game though, just because the first game is an amazing game and it's a game that I would recommend to anyone. So I would definitely play the first game. If you don't have time to play it or you want to jump into this right away, you definitely can. There is an anime for the first game. It's called The World Ends With You animation. It just came out not that long ago, and it's on Funimation, so you can watch that and get all up to date on the game before you play this one. My only gripe is I feel like the first episode was super rushed. I stopped watching it after that because I was really disappointed in it. But if you want to watch the story and everything, you can definitely watch it. It's available. So yeah, The World Ends With You. I want to say it came out like 2007, somewhere around there on like Nintendo DS. It is available currently on Nintendo Switch though, so if you do have a Switch, you can play it before playing this one. Neo: The World Ends With You is only available on PlayStation and Nintendo Switch. I don't think it's on PC. It's definitely not on an Xbox. So yeah, if you have an Xbox, sorry. So yeah, we'll jump right into kind of explaining the game and going over some of the core features of it and whatnot. Now, I don't like to go too deep into the story of any game in my reviews or in Should You Buys. I like you to experience the story for yourself. A tiny glimpse at the story so you know what to kind of expect is you're in Tokyo. You get sent to the underground to complete the Reaper's game. The Reaper's game, every day, you have to complete a task. Once a task is completed, the day ends and you move on to the next day. The game lasts for 7 days, a full week. At the end of the week, the team with the highest score gets to make a wish, pretty much like a Make a Wish Foundation up in this bitch. You get to make a wish. And yeah, if you're the worst team, you get erased from existence. Goodbye. See you later. So that's pretty much the gist of it. There's a lot of little things added onto it. I really like the story for this one. I'm really enjoying it. I feel like they do a very good job at pushing the narrative forward without branching off into all these other directions where you start getting confused on stuff, everything like that. I think it's a really straightforward story, and I really enjoy it so far. So I think the story is really good. Again, I don't want to go too deep into it. Experience it for yourself. The next section we are going to go over is gameplay. Gameplay in the game is solid. I really enjoy the gameplay, and there's a lot to do. Not only are you completing the day's missions and stuff like that, you're also having these side quests. You can go and get food, and if you're a completionist, this game is going to take a long time to platinum, I believe. Not only do you have to complete the Noisepedia, however you pronounce that, which is a glossary of all the noise in the game. The noise is enemies, by the way. They're called noise. But yeah, you not only have to complete that, you also have to collect all the pins in the game. The pins are pins that get attached to your characters that give you different abilities. So there's a wide variety of pins to collect, and you have to also master every single one of them. I don't know the exact number off the top of my head, but I want to say it's like 350 or something crazy like that. So there's a large amount of noise or pins that you have to collect and master. So not only that, in order to master them too, you have to play battles with them. So the more fights you play, more enemies you can defeat, the higher the level of your pins are, and then once you master them, you can switch them out for a different one. There is a lot of pins. Some of the pins are only unlocked through fighting enemies at different difficulties. So you can upgrade your difficulty to hard or lower it to easy, upgrade it to ultimate to defeat these enemies. and get these different pins. I believe some of the enemies are only available in certain parts of the game. I don't know if they're only available in certain areas, but I don't know if you're going to have to replay areas. There are also food that you have to collect, soundtracks you have to collect, clothes you have to buy. There's a lot of things to get in this game if you're a completionist. So I feel like the platinum is going to take a while. As far as the gameplay, though, it's very, very satisfying. These different pins give you completely different abilities, and they're very, very different. It's not it can change the gameplay so much by swapping out one pin, completely change the gameplay, and it's super super cool being able to be like, okay, well, I want to put this to where they have a laser beam now, and this character now has a laser beam, and depending on what pins you have too can make or break your team. I've had it to where I'll have a really good pin setup, and I'm like, cool, destroying everything. Then I master all of them. I swap them out for some random ones, and my squad gets wiped. And I just can't fight with that setup. So I have to, slowly swap out one or another, figure it out to where I'm not swapping all three at once and potentially destroying my squad. So the pin setup is really, really good, and it's super awesome being able to completely change the way the game plays. Like I said, you're destroying noise. There's different things too. You have to like drop a beat to increase your groove meter, and that's like hitting an enemy a certain amount of times, and then it pops up a groove meter or beat meter, and then you have to hit them again with a different power and increases your groove. Once your groove gets to 100%, you get a special ability kind of thing, like an ultimate attack. There's a lot of little things with this game that I really enjoy that I think really helps the gameplay not get stale. So I can safely say 30% into the game, I'm not disappointed in the gameplay at all. I haven't been like, oh man, I'm doing the same thing over and over. It's very, very refreshing playing the game and seeing all the different stuff with the gameplay. I'm not going to get super into the gameplay past that just because I'm probably going to do that if I get the platinum review. If I get the platinum and then review it. So yeah, don't want to get too into the gameplay, but that's a quick gist as far as what the gameplay is like. Now, the last section we're going to talk about, I'm going to hit two sections in one because I'm crazy like that. We're going to hit game or graphics and music. Graphically, I think the game is gorgeous. I haven't ran into any technical glitches, any graphical glitches. I think the character models are really well done, as well as the enemy models. I really enjoy how the game looks graphically. It's beautiful. I also have one tiny gripe, and that's for one area in the game. The buildings, I don't know why they did it, but they're like tilted, and it just kind of looks. I could see somebody, if they're not like super easy on the stomach, I don't know how to word it, but where they'd be like, "Oh, this is making me sick." Like, so I feel like that area, it's off. I don't like how that area looks, but other than that, I really, really enjoy the graphics in the game, and I have no real complaints on them. Now, music. The music in this game, I love the music. Now, I'm a big advocate for games that have great music. Persona 5 is probably S tier, God tier, up there with the music in the game. And I feel like Neo the World Ends With You is up there with Persona 5. I love the music in there or in this game. And I feel like, this is stuff I could jam to. I accidentally left the game running whenever went to the store, and my wife was like, "What were you playing on your TV?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, the Neo the World Ends With You." And she's like, "That's some really good music." And I was like, "Right?" There's a big variety of music. I think there's 51 different music tracks. There's a lot of different music in the game, and I really like every single one. There's not one song where I'm like, You can buy CDs in the game too and swap out the songs. So if there's one song that you like and another one that you don't like, you can be like, "Oh, I hate this song," and swap it. So you can change the music as you play. And I haven't ran into any songs where I'm like, I don't like the song. A lot of it, is really good. So I highly enjoy the music in the game. And like I said, I highly enjoy the graphics. Another thing I want to touch really, really quick is the trophy system in the game. So when you get trophies in the game, I thought this was just super, super cool. You unlock graffiti. So there's a graffiti section in the menu, and when you unlock a trophy, you unlock a graffiti art for that trophy, and you can put the graffiti trophies on the wall for every trophy that you get in the game. Now, once you have all those graffitis, you can also go to a certain area in the game, actually in the game, and you can see that wall where you put all that graffiti. So I thought that was super, super cool. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to bring that up because I really like that they included that in there. So, yeah, just a really cool thing to add into the game. So that's it for me, guys. I think Neo The World Ends With You is definitely a buy. I would highly suggest purchasing this game. If you're not a fan of RPGs, I don't know if you'll like this game. Also, it's not heavy on cinemas. It's a lot of reading, stuff like that. So, if there's little things that you don't like about games, yeah, you will have to read a lot and stuff like that. So, it's, yeah, other than that, I really enjoy everything with this game. I highly, highly suggest it. And if you haven't played the first game, you could definitely play this one, but you might get lost at some of the stuff if they bring up anybody from the previous game, stuff like that. So I would definitely suggest playing the first one first. But if you've played the first one, you don't know if you should pick up this one, definitely pick it up. It's a easy buy for me. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like the video. Let me know if you have any questions about the game in the comments below, and I'll try to answer it the best I can. Also, if you have any questions about the trophies, let me know, and I'll try and help you out too. That's it for me, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, keep getting those trophies.